If you're looking to upgrade your RAM or want to know how to install one, this is the video for you. Trust me guys, at the end of the video, you will know everything about upgrading a RAM and even you can do it by yourself. You just have to know a few very important things before buying a RAM. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, consider doing it right now and turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon. So let's get into the video. Adding a memory is one of the easiest ways to make your computer faster, more responsive and better at multitasking. But before buying a RAM, there are a few things to consider first. Number 1. What do you need the RAM for? A laptop or a desktop? You have to distinguish between a laptop RAM and a desktop RAM. Very simple. A laptop RAM is smaller in size compared to a desktop RAM. If you are buying it online like me, a laptop RAM is designated as SODIMM RAM and a desktop RAM is designated as DIMM RAM. Number 2. The maximum RAM capacity supported by your system. You can find the RAM capacity of your desktop from the motherboard specifications. For your laptop, you can check either your user manual or a detailed specification page from the brand's official website. You cannot add RAM beyond the maximum capacity it can support. Number 3. The total number of RAM slots available in your system. Once you have found the maximum RAM capacity, the next step is to find the number of slots available in your system. For example, if your laptop has a total RAM capacity of 32GB and if you have 2 RAM slots in total, then each slot can take a maximum of 16GB. You cannot have more than 16GB on one slot. Number 4. The type of RAM supported by your system. The newest generation of RAM is known as the DDR4 and system that supports a DDR4 RAM simply cannot have a DDR3. And if your system supports a DDR3 RAM, it cannot have a DDR4 RAM. This is because the DDR3 RAM consists of a 240-pin connector and the newest DDR4 RAM contains 288-pin connector. The data transfer rate of the DDR4 RAM is miles ahead of what the DDR3 provides. A system that supports a DDR3 RAM will have the RAM slots designated for a DDR3 pin connector and vice versa. So knowing the type of RAM is very important. Number 5. Clock speed. Once you have determined the type of RAM you need, one other important aspect to consider is the clock speed. Clock speed of a RAM is usually mentioned in megahertz. While choosing a RAM to upgrade, make sure your clock speed matches what's already in your system. Determining the clock speed is very important. If your system supports a lower clock speed, say 2666 MHz, and you have bought a RAM with 3200 MHz clock speed, your system is going to consider the least between the both and the extra money you spent on the faster RAM is basically useless. So make sure the numbers match with what's already in your system for maximum compatibility. To find out the type of RAM and clock speed supported by your system, you can check the laptop's user manual or you can use a free software called CPU-Z from Chrome. After you install this app and run this app, go to the memory tab. It will tell you what type of RAM and what size of RAM is present in the system. To find out the clock speed of your system RAM, go to the SPD tab. You can see the clock speed of your system RAM listed there. After you have determined the maximum RAM capacity, number of slots, type of RAM and the clock speed of the RAM, almost 3/4 of the job is done. Yes, after you have determined the RAM you need, installing it onto your system is very easy. So let's get to that. How to install or upgrade the RAM onto your system. I'm going to be upgrading the RAM on my Dell G3 3578. In my case, the maximum RAM capacity is 32 GB and this one has 2 slots in it, which means 16 GB is the maximum for a slot. This right here is a 16 GB SODIMM DDR4 RAM with a clock speed of 2666 MHz. The MRP on this says it's 21,000. I'm not even sure if it is real, but I got this on Amazon for 5,000 rupees. I'll link this in the description as well, you can check it out. So I have got my new RAM here and let's set that aside for now and begin. First of all, if the charger was plugged in, unplug the charger and turn off the computer. I'll just turn this off now and so the laptop is shut down now and I'll just close this and gather all the necessary things you need now, including your RAM. Now just flip the laptop over. If you have a removable battery, unplug the battery as well. If not, turning off the computer is fine. Open the back panel of your laptop by removing all the screws using a screwdriver. There are 10 screws in this laptop. So that was the last screw. Now slowly lift the back panel up and you can have a look of what's inside the laptop. I'll keep that aside. Now touch any unpainted metal surface to discharge the static charges from your fingers. It's just a safe measure. This is what the memory stick or RAM looks like. Do not confuse it with the SSD. SSD is in the bottom right corner. We are not here for that. We are here for the RAM. Slowly pull the two levers out at the same time with both hands and the memory stick will slowly rise to an angle. This right here is a 8GB DDR4 RAM with a 2666 MHz clock speed. This is only in case you don't have a free slot and have to swap one out. In my case, I have a 8GB RAM on one slot and the another slot is empty. So I don't need to swap anything here. So I'll put this back here and I'll put the new RAM in the slot too.
A few moments later.
After a lot of struggle, it has finally decided to come out of the case. This one right here is a 16GB DDR4 RAM with a 2666 MHz clock speed. While installing it, make sure you are holding it properly. Do not touch those gold pins. Hold the RAM along the sides with two fingers. If you hold it wrong, you might damage the components. Now slide it in at a 45-degree angle and just push it back in slowly. Make sure you hear the click. That's it, the job is done. That is all you had to do. Now install the back panel back to the computer and tighten up all the screws. After all the screws are in place, boot the computer back up. After you turn it back on, the system will automatically notify you that the system memory has been changed. That means we have successfully upgraded the RAM. To confirm it, we can enter the BIOS setup and check the current memory status. Go to system information and you can see the memory has been upgraded to 24,000 MB, which is 24 GB. It is now a dual channel. This confirms the RAM has been upgraded and it's working properly. So you can close the BIOS setup now and reboot your computer. It's good to go. Hope the video was helpful to you. If it was, smash that like button. Leave a comment below on what you guys think about this video. If you want to see more quality content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon. It would mean a lot. So once again, my name is Rohit and this is Tech Vortex and I'll catch you guys in the next one.